been hiding these tears for quite some time. Should've quit, should've go as time goes by. You left me without saying goodbye. But I'm strong, you were wrong, I'll show you why. I'm done with you, being done with me. It's time to prove that I'm all I need. Don't care what you say, I'm gonna do what it takes for me to see that I'm all I need.
Magandang umaga, magandang araw, magandang gabi! Hello internet kaibigans! Ako po si Rachel, your favorite Film fangirl. I feel like I'm singing everything. Today, we are talking about an episode off of 13 Reasons Why. I really wanted to talk about it. I can't remember the episode number right now, but I'm gonna write it down here. In this episode, the Asian guy, the only Asian guy in the movie, show, talks about a very, very serious thing about how Filipinos, aka Asians, I'm gonna be using both terms today, aren't allowed to show any emotions. They're not allowed to be overly sad and they're not allowed to share. And I know that this is definitely a cultural thing and it really it got me. This episode was probably, so far, by far, my favorite one of season 2. Because the entire time when I was watching 13 Reasons Why, I was like, I don't know what's going on. It's kind of slow. Everyone, I get it. Everyone is telling their story. I love the spinoff that everyone is telling their story from a different perspective and adding more information on top of what was originally in the book. When I read the book so long ago, was it 10 years ago? This specific episode really had me wanting to. I was gonna be posting a video today about my get unready with me video, but I just wanted to do this one first because it's something that really needs to be talked about, and because it is Asian Pacific API, Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So of course we're gonna have to talk about the overall Asian Pacific Islander heritage culture, not just Filipino this month. It really touched on, it really hit home on the fact that Asians don't show emotions, Asians don't share things, aren't out more open about their feelings. Zach. Okay, so when I found out that Hannah and Zach were together for an entire summer and that was her first, I was like, what? Sadly, when we were on this couch and I was watching the show, Mark fell asleep at this very important part and I was like, wake up! They slept together! You have to watch the episode. I'm just trying to give a brief. The fact that this character, Zach, he's like a jock and he just hangs out with the baseball players and he's kind of just there. But they developed him so well in a sense of keeping true to the Asian culture of keep your head down, don't get in trouble, just finish school, you're fine. And another part of the development of this character is the fact that Zach lost his father previously. The year that he and Hannah ended up being a thing was also the year that he lost his dad. There was a hard-hitting point where he said that the reason why he felt like he could go to Hannah is because she listened and because he felt like his mom was not opening up about anything. He was like, my mom doesn't feel anything about my dad's death, and it really hurt him. There's like all these different things, these factors of teenage life, and you have life troubles where you have to, when you lose that father figure, you have to become that figure in the family. So there's so much dynamic now to Zach, and it just makes me so happy. One, because of representation, and that's the biggest thing. That's the reason why I continue to do Filipino American videos. It's because representation is so important. Like all the episodes, okay, maybe this is becoming a reaction video post watching this episode now. So out of all the episodes, every single one, I'm like, what the heck? Okay, that makes sense. I've seen that in high school. People doing this, people doing that. Like I've seen parties, all that stuff, right? That's normal because, I mean, in California, like people, I'm pretty sure it's normal everywhere else. Like growing up, you go through these things. You go through peer pressure, you go through growing up, growing pains, transitioning and trying to figure out what you're gonna do after high school, feeling like you're good enough or not good enough, either one, or feeling like you have to have all this pressure of just your parents. So it's crazy because yes, they hit on the growth, like the show really gets on it about growing up, but the Asian part really stood out to me. The Asian part about emotions really stood out to me. And I think it was really powerful because there was a scene, and I'm probably gonna insert the scene right here. Okay, I'm gonna have to record it and then insert it, okay? So, go watch it real quick.
Why would you keep this from me?
Because that's how we do things, isn't it?
What does that mean?
I don't even know how you feel about Dad dying. I don't know how you feel about anything. What if I felt like Hannah did? Because I have, Mom. I actually have. What would you do?
Zachary, Shiny, and Dempsey, that is enough. Don't say such things.
Why not?
This trial, that girl has put thoughts in your head. You do not feel that way. You're fine.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine.
Did you see that? She said, "You're fine." Literally discounting the fact that he is in pain. Literally not thinking about the fact that he lost a friend to suicide. He lost his dad recently. There's so many emotions going on within this character, and you have this Asian mom, which I'm not putting all the blame on the Asian mom, because this is like a thing with culture. It's like once it gets down, yeah, like Filipinos are like all mushy gushy and they love romance and they love drama and they love all these things, but when it gets down to the nitty-gritty of having an actual family member, or like there's something going on, or they're really sad, or really, I don't want to label it, but it's just like when they feel really sad or really mad or really angry and they start saying things that scares them, then they're like, "You're fine, like calm down, you're fine." And then that just like totally discounts what you're feeling no matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if you're a teenager, it doesn't matter if you are 7, 8, 9 years old. It really doesn't matter, because and I know this from experience, personal experience, and from experience from seeing the amount of people, unfortunately seeing the amount of people who have taken their life because they couldn't express how they felt. So it doesn't matter what age you are. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter how old you are. Sorry, I know I'm like really like getting on it about this, but it's just I feel very passionate about mental awareness, mental health awareness and whatnot. So, and I know this is like something that's really controversial, but tying in the cultural aspect and the aspect of what our generation is trying to show and trying to make the world aware of, and not discounting things like feeling really sad and feeling like you can't reach out to anyone. I think that bridging that gap is where I'm trying to get. There's just so many factors. I've known an 18-year-old API person commit suicide, and then on the other hand, I've known another API person who was only 11 or 12 when she took her life too. And those are just two people that I've come across, and it really, like, that was so shocking to me. It's and I feel like it's because of things like this. It's because, and see, this is why I'm glad, like, as hard as it is, and it really is, like, as hard as it is to watch these kind of shows talk about these really, really hard-hitting issues we don't want to think about. We don't want to think about our little sister or our little brother feeling that empty or that unheard. I can't even put things into, usually like I'm really good at this. We don't want to think about that. We don't want to think about our parents, our mom and dad feeling like that alone. It doesn't, generationally, everybody will go through a certain amount of loneliness, sadness, because life does happen. It really does. I guess I really wanted to just make a video of this because it's so important for people to get better at speaking how they feel, regardless of feeling afraid of the backlash. And even if there is backlash, even if you feel like you can stand up, say, to your parents, or stand up to a family member or an elder or someone, or even your peers, and tell them like, that's not okay. Like, why are you saying that? Or you can't joke around about that. Like, sometimes people won't say that because they're afraid of the backlash. And there are many different situations. Doesn't matter what kind of degree of situation it is. I encourage you to just be brave within yourself, to keep putting yourself out there and keep trying and keep sharing how you feel and keep loving and showing how much you love. Because regardless of how many people shut you down, and mind you, I'm not saying I'm not perfect person. Like, I literally have probably gotten into drama with so many people in my past growing up. I've had my fair share of drama and like starting drama or starting arguments. So coming back to the episode, watching that episode, like, really, I kid you not, it really got me. And the last part of it, the saddest part, was of him just screaming in the locker room.
And I'll be ashamed for the rest of my life. And shame burns.
My heart, like, honestly. And I don't want to make this about like comments and stuff down below, but like, if you've ever felt that like angry and that like, oh my gosh, no one gets what I'm feeling, like, please comment down below. Please just put out positive vibes that no one in this world is ever really alone. Yeah, we are alone. Like, I'm technically alone right now. I'm filming right now, but I guess the goal is to always keep trying to connect with people. It's really, for me at least, I'm trying really hard to connect with people and then have a good prioritized balance as well, meaning knowing when I have to take care of myself mentally and step away for a little bit, or knowing what I can handle without promising too much. So it's all about like give and take and know where to find good things. Like, for example, 13 Reasons Why. Let's bring it back. When I watched 13 Reasons Why, the first season, I literally just like went into shock because it was just, there's just so much going on, and it brought me back to when I first read it, and it brought me back, and I just like, I was bawling my eyes out. Okay, so in that sense, when it comes to shows that are super highly sensitive information or sensitive topics and all that stuff, just do right by you by staying away from it, at least until you're ready to come back and watch it and really like get into the content or get into the art piece that it is without feeling so heart-wrenched, I guess, because that's I've noticed that's something that I've had to work on. I am an empath, if you don't know what that is, person where it's like I feel things so deeply when I see art, when I see TV shows, when I hear songs. Like, literally the other day I was crying because I listened to The Greatest Showman soundtrack, and I was like, a million dreams. Like, it was like so, oh my gosh, and I was like, why am I crying? It was such an odd experience, but I think it's because it like really tugs, like there's certain things that tugs at my heartstrings, and I just like, I feel things and I'm not afraid to express them. Obviously I'm not afraid to express them online. I choose to make myself vulnerable like this and share what I feel and what I'm going through and what my life is like. I choose this life, and I've been choosing this life for over 10 years on YouTube, and I don't regret it. I know I need to take breaks, and I know that I'm gone sometimes, but I realized, turning the camera on today, I realized that it's never ever, looking back at all my videos, it's never ever just about like getting the studio ready and getting my background ready and getting my face ready and all that stuff. It's like, I literally just came from work and I'm talking to you and I'm being real, and I just want you to know that we are, everyone, we are human, okay, regardless of our culture and everything. But I just feel like it's a lot more prevalent in Asian cultures. We are all human, and we are all allowed to feel things, and we are also all allowed to want to find a person who understands us on another level aside from the superficial one. And sometimes it doesn't work with certain people. You gotta accept that too. That's another thing. Sometimes there are friends out there who just cannot connect with you on that level, and you don't want to force them to connect with you on that level if it's not natural. There are people out there to connect with you, and even if you don't find them now, then find it within yourself to connect with yourself and to know yourself enough so that you find that balance, or that words, not balance, but like, so you find that within yourself to be able to express yourself without feeling judged. There you go. That's what it is. So yeah, that is this week's video. I will post a second video this week just because this one was a lot heavier, and I know some people are probably clicked out because it just got a little too much for them, but it's all good. But if you did watch this to the end, please give this video a like. I really do appreciate having these talks and just talking like this, like without feeling like I need to get everything ready. I'm gonna do these once in a while. Actually, oh my god, I've been scratching my neck. What? Something bit me. Sometimes in our crazy busy lives, we forget when we watch YouTubers online, like all these amazing extravagant highlights and like all the stuff, great production, and I'm not saying it's bad. I really do want to have high quality work for you all, greatly planned and all that stuff, but sometimes you just have to like take it back, just go back to the basics, put your camera on a stand and talk. So this is literally where it all started for me. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you made it this far, give this video a like, or not. If you didn't like this video, you can not like it too. It's up to you. It's all good. I won't be offended. Let me know what you think about the topic of Asians, Filipinos specifically, not being able to really truly express their feelings with their parents, with family members, and just let me know. I know this is not just me, okay guys? Do not make me feel like I'm the only person who goes through this because I know I'm not. There has to be other people out there who really resonates with that. And if you did watch the episode, let me know what you thought about it, because hands down, that is still my favorite. I'm not done with all of season 2 yet. I will probably do a recap, maybe. I don't know if my audience really is into 13 Reasons Why, but I will definitely talk to you about this episode. It was well developed, to say the least. So yeah, okay, I love you all. I hope you have an amazing week. I will see you on the next video, and that's it. Bye. Oh, I didn't say paalam in the last video. Sorry, it was like so abrupt because when I was editing, I was just like, I need to get this out, and then I just chucked it out to the universe. So yes, paalam, I love you, bye.
I'm gonna do what it takes for me to see that